The street was full of Friday night couples tangled in cafe lights. I passed them all, slow and still, and bought some daisies on a whim. The florist smiled, said date tonight. I laughed and said just me, it's fine. She wrapped the stems in paper thin. I liked the silence tucked within. And maybe that's the kind of love I've grown to know and dream enough. No hand to hold, no plans at 8, just quiet peace and half a plate. The kettle sings, the room is dim. I pour some tea, let nighttime in. No phone will ring, no voice will call, but I don't mind, not much at all. And maybe that's the kind of love that doesn't bloom, but doesn't rust. I'm not alone, just lightly blue, with flowers here and space for two. Chipped glass vase, a little gift for my own grace. People don't leave, they just become places. A hallway, a station, a piece of a tune. I still talk to you when traffic slows down, like you're sitting here quiet across the room.
You made coffee, then back to bed. Didn't speak, but I knew what you meant. Your eyes looked straight, but nowhere near. I stayed quiet so you'd feel seen. I water the plants you used to name. Set the cups where your hands once came. I count small things as if they weigh more than the words you won't say. You say I'm fine, like it's a trade. Something to give, something to fade. You laugh at jokes like pulling thread, each one thinner than the last you said. I know you're still here, just out of sight, like half a light behind a wall too wide. I hold your hand when you fall asleep and pray you dream something deep. Some days I ache just watching you float through the day like that's what people do. But I stay not strong, just sure that love's not loud, it just endures. I know you're still here, just out of sight, like half a light behind a wall too wide. I hold your hand when you fall asleep and pray you dream something deep. And if you never leave that bed, I'll still be there until the end.
I built a garden in my mind, full of colors I can't find. People pass, they never stay, like streetlights lost in day. Mom said truth is never loud. Dad said pride can wear you out. I sat alone and wrote it down. Now I wear it like a crown. There's glass in the garden, I know I walk it slow. I don't cry, I watch it glow. Pain made a path, but I still go. You don't need to run just to grow. She said love is not a plan, it's just knowing where you stand. He gave silence as a gift. I learned how to read the rift. Life's a room you clean each night. Make your bed, then lose the light. If it hurts, that's half the fight. If you're scared, it means you're right. There's glass in the garden, I walk it slow. I don't bleed, I let it show. Hope isn't soft, it's just slow. You don't need to shine just to glow. Dreams that wore disguise, now I wear them in my eyes. Every cut became a map to places I won't turn back. So plant your fear and let it climb. Not every storm has to take
I missed your birthday 3 years straight. Still kissed your hand like it was fate. But love, I never asked you if you were okay. You made space for all my storms, built a quiet place I never warmed. I spoke in sighs and called them truth. You stayed, I called that proof. Your voice got small when mine got tired. I kept the peace like cutting wires. Never fought, just let it break. I thought silence made us safe. I'm sorry it took me this long to see that loving you was more than staying. Sorry I let you fade in me. I wore your love like routine, but it deserved a flame. You wrote letters I never read, left books half open by the bed. I saw them, just didn't know that those were cries you couldn't show. I'm sorry it took me this long to see that loving you was more than staying. Sorry I let you fade in me. I wore your love like routine, but it deserved a flame. if this is too late. No, I never meant to love you like that.
Red dress in the backseat, lipstick on the glass. City lights flicker as we drive too fast. Radio playing that American song. Told me I was perfect, but you were wrong. You said I was your baby, then left with the morning tide. You made me feel like heaven, now I'm just trying to survive. Coney Island lullaby, you kissed me in the moonlight. Said we never say goodbye, but your hands were cold that night. You got the world in your eyes, but I was just passing time. Now I'm stuck in the ride of your Coney Island lullaby. Champagne on a motel floor, your gold chain on the nightstand drawer. Told me I was something rare, but love like yours is never fair. You said I was your fire, but burned me just for fun. Now I light my own cigarette, waiting for no one. Coney Island lullaby, you kissed me in the moonlight. Said we never say goodbye, but your hands were cold that night. You got the world in your eyes, but I was just passing time. Now I'm stuck in the ride of your Coney Island lullaby. And I don't wanna be like her, dancing for the fame. Heaven was a neon blur, wrapped inside your name. So pour the last drink, pull the curtain down slow. Say my name once, then let me go. Coney Island lullaby, you never meant goodbye.
You left your sweater in the backseat again. Said it's nothing, just forgot like I forget to pretend that my hands don't miss your weight on mornings like these. The kind where the coffee cools slower than it should. We talked about everything but what we meant, like two actors stuck inside a script without an end. You only loved me in lowercase, in pauses between the second and third glass. And I still drive with no place to be, hoping the road forgets to ask why I replay our song when the city sleeps, like it's a promise I left unwrapped. The eggs overcooked, you said you like them that way, but I saw your eyes shift when I smiled too late. You opened the window, I closed the space between two people afraid to name the ache. You talked about a trip you'd never take. I laughed like that wasn't the moment I felt the break. You only loved me in lowercase, in quiet rooms where longing
goodbye. They just stall between almost and not quite. We loved like people avoiding peace, and now I try to miss you without ceremony. You only loved me in lowercase. I guess I asked for too much clarity, and I still write one for the version of you that held me like time could be reading clean. But darling, I see it clear now. Some feelings exist just to leave unseen. You left your sweater in the backseat again. I wear it when I need to recall what it meant to nearly begin. The lights are off, the room is still, the fan hums low against the chill. I lie awake, but not alone. Your name is soft inside my mind, like pages turned but left behind. No ache, no pull, just threads of gold. And maybe I don't want you back, but some night silence brings you back, not to hold, just to recall. A laugh echoed a kitchen wall. The street lamp paints the ceiling pale. I breathe you in and let you sail. You never stay, but never leave. And maybe I don't miss your touch, but memory can mean so much. You taught me stillness, taught me grace, by leaving just enough of space. The lights are off, the night moves on, and so but not